my goodness, it feels so weird to be doing a review of Jurassic World, to think that my first ever review on YouTube was Jurassic World. Like, it's just weird. So today I'm going to be talking about Jurassic World: A Fallen Kingdom. Jurassic World: A Fallen Kingdom was directed by Juan Antonio Bayano. It stars Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Rafe Spall. So it was released in 2018, and I, of course, working at the cinema, did not want to spoil myself, and so I tried to see it as soon as possible. I saw it on Monday, and now I'm going to review it. So the story of Jurassic World: A Fallen Kingdom is that they're trying to save the dinosaurs, who are going to be extinct again because a volcano has just gone off in the island where Jurassic World was. And so Claire, Bryce Dallas Howard's character, is trying to save the dinosaurs and is sent off to go and rescue Blue, but the only way they can find Blue is through the tracking, so she needs to get Chris Pratt's character, Owen, to join her as they go to the island to rescue the raptors. Everything's going well, and then we realise that there was a bigger plan. They're basically trying to sell the dinosaurs off to people who want to buy them. And so let's talk about this story. So I loved this idea. I thought it was very clever how they have the dinosaurs who are going to go extinct again. They're debating whether to rescue them or not, and the government officially says no, and so they go to the island secretly to try and rescue them, and it was very cool. I enjoyed this part of the film. I felt like it went really well. Really good pacing. I loved the characters. Everything was just going really well. So something I didn't really like in this film was, first of all, the new dinosaur, the Indoraptor. I thought that they just added this dinosaur because they wanted a really good CGI battle between the Indoraptor and Blue, the raptor. I just felt like it was like, did you really need to do that? Like, the storyline of the dinosaurs getting picked off an island and then sold to people who want to use them as weapons or for personal reasons, or all these different things. I felt that worked, and I felt that was a believable story, a believable portrayal on Claire's side. Find out that they weren't saving the dinosaurs, but they were trying to sell them for money. And I thought that was a really good idea, but creating the Indoraptor just felt like it wasn't needed. I didn't need to see another new dinosaur. If you've seen my previous in Jurassic World, I didn't really like now that I watch it again, I actually appreciate that, and I think that was a really good move by the director and the story, the writers. But with this, it was like they weren't taking risks, and that was another problem. They did throwbacks as well, a lot of throwbacks in this film to the original trilogy, and Jurassic World did that, don't get me wrong. But with A Fallen Kingdom, it just felt like they weren't taking enough risks. Like, we'd already had those throwbacks in Jurassic World. I mean, you get the shot of the old park, and you get to see the Tyrannosaurus Rex. It was really nice, it felt good, it was nostalgic, it was really well portrayed. But with this one, it was like, we didn't need that. We wanted a new story, we wanted a fresh idea, we wanted a new tale to be told. But I just felt like they didn't really do that. Let's talk about characters. Chris Pratt plays the character of Owen. I loved Owen in the first one. I love that he is a handler of the raptors. I love that he has respect for these animals, that he helps Claire see the characters for who they are. I loved that. I thought that was amazing. In this film, he just gets even more funnier. I think he has really great... I just think that the chemistry between him and Claire was really good. Really enjoyed it. You can't go wrong with Chris Pratt. He's an amazing actor. He portrays his character so well. He portrays the interaction between him and the raptors and the other dinosaurs amazingly. I think he does the best at making them feel the most real. Like, whenever he's interacting with the raptors or with another dinosaur, you really do feel like these are real. He does a really good job of bringing these CG animals to life, and I think that was amazing. Dallas Bryce Howard's character, Claire, yeah, I was so amazed. If you haven't seen Jurassic World, once again I talk a little bit about that in that review, but I love that her name is Claire and that she's in charge of dinosaurs. That just makes me so happy, and it's one of the greatest things about working in the cinema, because I'll go into Jurassic World to do screen checks and I'll just hear like Claire, and it just makes me so happy. Claire's character is so amazing in this film. I think over the two films she definitely has the biggest character arc. The reason I enjoyed it is because there are scenes they throw back to Jurassic World. The scene that I particularly think about every time is the lift scene. So in Jurassic World we get a lift scene to introduce Claire. She's on a lift, she looks sophisticated, she looks organized, she's practicing her words, what she's going to say. It demonstrates who she is as a character. In this one, they do a very similar thing. They get her to come up the lift and then she kind of gets stuck in the lift, and you can see that her character development's changed. She's a lot more casual. She's not worrying too much about what people think. She's not having to present herself as a businesswoman. She's a bit more relaxed. And I love that. It just shows the character arc that she had in Jurassic World to now, and then she goes through a whole new character arc in this film. I was engaged with her character, and not just because her name's Claire and she's female, but it was just engaging. Her performance is amazing. There are scenes with Bryce Dallas Howard in this film that I just love her. I think she's a wonderful actress in this film, and I think she does a really good job. Daniela Pineda, I think you pronounce her name, is a character named Zia. She's a new introduced character who basically is in charge of looking after the dinosaurs. Her lines of dialogue in this film are some of the funniest lines in this movie. Like, I wish I had more screen time with her. I think she's amazing. She's a wonderful actress, and the character is so engaging. As I say, you want her to be on screen more, but when she is on screen and the scenes that she's in are really good. She's one of the highlights of this movie, hands down, and I just felt really engaged with her character, and I really enjoyed her being on screen. Once again, she brings to life the dinosaurs. As I say, she has this really cool medical scene where she's working on Blue, who's been shot, and her performance just made me believe, okay, these dinosaurs are real, they're really alive, and it was really incredible to see what she did with that character in bringing her to life. And so yeah, Zia is a highlight of this movie. Justice Smith plays a character named Franklin. Now, Franklin is the comic relief in this movie. His character basically is really clever, really intelligent, but when it actually comes down to real life situations, he's the panicky type. He's the character that you know somehow is going to survive, but is going to have all of these silly moments where he nearly gets killed by a dinosaur, or he can't quite get up the stairs, or, you know, he's the comic relief. And again, really good character. There were some lines of dialogue though that just didn't feel like realistic that he had to say. Like, the lines were just thrown in there, and it was like, I don't think I would say that in that situation. I don't think anyone normal would say that in that situation. That was kind of off-putting. It kind of took me out of the film for a little bit, but I think he did well. He engaged with the other characters really well. The other characters helped him become more believable. And so yeah, one of my favorite scenes actually involves, in fact, two of my favorite scenes actually involves Franklin. Okay, let's talk about the antagonist in this movie. Rafe Spall plays a character named Mills, and his character is first introduced as this really kind man who's trying to continue the traditions of Jurassic Park. He wants dinosaurs to be free. His plan is basically to rescue all the dinosaurs and to put them into an island. His performance is really convincing. Like, there was a point, if I hadn't seen the trailer and knew exactly what was going to happen, which is another thing, this trailer ruined the film, I think, because it kind of told you exactly what was going to happen in the movie. But anyway, his character, I would have believed him, hands down. I would have believed that that was his intention, was to save the dinosaurs. But he's not. That's not his priority. He cares more about money, which, as I say, comparing that to where we were with Claire's character, he's kind of in that same stage. He recognizes that he's doing exactly what she was doing, and that's a really good scene, again, between those two when she finds out. I think that he plays a really good villain and a really good transition from being this good guy that at first we think, I trust this guy, he really wants to look after the dinosaurs, to actually, no, he's an antagonist. I'm not going to believe him. He fulfills his purpose as a dark character. He does have some dark scenes as well, which I don't want to talk about, just don't want to spoil, but yeah, he has some really interesting scenes that I was just like, wow, whew, 12As are getting really intense these days. Okay, let's talk favourite scenes. So, my favourite scenes in this film, the first one is the water scene. So basically, the gyrosphere gets plunged into, like, falls off a cliff, falls into the water, and it's got Claire and Franklin who are stuck inside, and basically it's up to Owen to try and save them. This scene was so good and so well edited. It doesn't have any dinosaurs in it, which is kind of surprising for a dinosaur movie, but I absolutely, hands down, loved this scene. I thought it was so clever. I thought the idea of it was so cool, and it just felt realistic. There was funny parts, but you also felt like a risk of, oh my goodness, are they gonna get out of this gyrosphere? And it was so cool. I loved it. The next scene that I want to talk about is the cage scene. This is kind of nearer the end with the raptors. And basically, Blue is in cage, and these guys are trying to take Blue away so that they can take his blood. Zyra, who has been captured, basically does not want to take his blood, and the blood has been contaminated with a Tyrannosaurus Rex's blood. Basically, Franklin stabs this guy with a needle and they release the raptor, and I thought it was a very good scene. Very funny, but also very entertaining. Really enjoyed it. It was one of the best scenes, and I say it involves Franklin and Zyra, and I just thought that was a really cool scene. And the CGI was amazing, but also the visual effects, like the actual animatronic raptor, was really cool. Clever scene. And then finally, the on the roof scene. Now this is an interesting scene because I already told you that I did not like the Indoraptor. I thought it was a pointless idea, but there's this really cool scene that kind of made me feel like the scene where, right from the Jurassic World, where Claire, right at the end, she lights the torch thing, majig, the whatever you want to call it, and releases the Tyrannosaurus Rex. In this film, she gets a really cool scene where she's holding a gun. Basically, you learn that this raptor responds to a beam of light that produces a sound, and then it will attack. And so you get this shot where she's like aiming the gun, and part of me was like, why is she aiming it at Owen? Like, why? But then I realized that is one of the highlights of the movie as well. I'm gonna give Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom a 3.5. I think this film is really good. There are some bits where you do feel like they're not needed. I felt like they tried to do too much with this movie, but apart from that, I think it's a really good film. I hope you enjoy it. Please let me know if you have seen it. As I say, comment below, let us know what you think. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. This has been another episode of Claire's Ciniflix Corner, and I'll see you on the other side. Jurassic World: A Fallen Kingdom was directed by Juan. It stars Chris Pratt, Dallas Bryce. So the storyline for Jurassic World: A Fallen... Oh, here we go. Hello. Really engaging. There are some really funny scenes. Oh my goodness, everyone's just coming. Alright then. See you later. Bye. I think that's the best it's gonna be.